Hey, so here's the thing, every business problem, when you strip it down, is really about people. That's why we're kicking things off on day one by digging into what makes folks tick specifically. Consumer psychology. Ever run into a customer like this? You're fired up, ditching your product like it's the best thing since sliced bread, and they're nodding, totally into it. But then, bam, they hit you with, it's just too expensive. You're thinking, really? 'Cause that designer bag, and what you ray rocking say you ray not exactly broke. Here's the deal, being cheap or generous isn't set in stone, it's all relative. So how do you flip the script and get these so-called stingy folks to open their wallets? It's all about perceived value. Let's break it down. Nobody is always tight-fisted or always splurging. It depends on how they value what you ray selling. They might haggle over your product, but then turn around and drop big bucks on something else. Why? Because money isn't just one big pot in our heads. We sort it into mental buckets. Think of them like essentials, rent, groceries, bills, family and growth, stuff for the kids or personal goals, relationships, keeping the people we care about happy, fun, leisure, treats, good times. A real-life example: picture this. You're pumped to hit up a concert tonight. As you're heading out, you realize you lost your $200 Metro card. Annoying, right? But would you still go? Most people would. They'd grumble. But it's like, the concert's still on, I'm not missing it. Now, switch it up. Same night, but instead of the Metro card, you lose the $200 you were gonna use to buy the ticket at the door. Suddenly, a lot of folks are like, forget it, I'm staying home. Same $200, totally different vibe. Why? Because in our minds, the Metro card's filed under daily necessities, while the concert tickets in the fun bucket. Lose the card, and it's a hassle, but it doesn't ruin your night. Lose the ticket money, and it feels like you've already spent your fun budget. Spending more just seems excessive. How we mentally account for money. That's mental accounting in a nutshell. We don't treat all money the same, even when it's the same amount. Most of us do this without even realizing it, and it shapes how we spend or don't spend. So how can you use this to sell smarter? Chocolate case study. Say you make chocolate. You hype up how delicious it is, but if you're asking someone to drop hundreds on a box for themselves, they're probably like, nah, that's too much for a snack. That's because they're pulling from their essentials bucket, where every dollar's a fight. But if you market it as the perfect gift for someone you love, suddenly they're game, because now it's coming from their relationship bucket, where they're more willing to splurge. Renovation example. Or imagine you're a renovation company. Your client's balking at the price of your plan. But if you point out how your design saves them 45 square feet of space, their eyes light up. Why? Because now it is not just spending on reno, it is saving on housing costs, a bucket they're more open to dipping into. The big takeaway here is the bottom line. Mental accounting is how we all divvy up our money into invisible folders in our heads. If your product's stuck in a folder they're stingy with, they won't buy no matter how great it is. Your job is to shift it to a folder they're cool spending from. Nail that, and you'll see, your customers aren't cheap. Your product just wasn't in the right mental spot. Day one of Growing Smarter starts here. Looking forward to seeing you crush it.